Welcome back to Big Bris TV, and on this episode, I'm gonna be making some lamb chops. My wife is really mad at me right now. I keep spending money on this RC nonsense, so let me. I got these lamb chops. They're Australian lamb. They're Frenched, and we're gonna get this open, get this cleaned up, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna prepare it. So on the menu, it's gonna be lamb chops with garlic mashed potatoes and some French cut string beans. So here we go. Sure, my knife is sharp. Then here, open up this package. We're frozen. Now they've thawed out to room temperature. As fresh as you can get them. So, well, not as fresh as you could get them. I just said they were frozen, right? So, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off some of this fat cap. Get under here like this. My nail. Right, and lift it up. My knife, I'm just gonna get under here like this. You want to be careful because you're gonna be cutting toward yourself, but you want to get the knife all the way down to the bone here. You see, and just slide across the bone. Lift that up. Keep sliding. Now some people cook it with this, but I don't need that much fat. Still gonna have some fat on here to render, so I'm gonna get a little bit more of this fat cap off. So we don't need all of it. Alright? I'm going to take our chops and we're going to cut them. So I'm going to start over here on this side and just go straight down like this. Right in between. And when you get down, you're going to hit a bone. Right there. That's why you want to have a sharp knife. Okay, now you have one. This is one big chop. So we'll deal with that one in a minute. But here, I'm going to go to the second one, go right in the middle. And you see how these are at a slant? I'm going to go straight down. And then through that bone. Boom, that's a nice chop right there. Let's get another one. Middle, slight angle, straight down. Notice how, I'll show you how I'm doing that in a second. I'm putting the tip of my knife down on the cutting board, my palm here, and then pressing down. Boom, right through. And then when you slide the knife out, you got your chop. Beautiful chop. Now for these last ones, right, what you want to do is, this one is going to be small, one of these two. So what we want to do is cut close to this outside bone, straight down on the bone, right? And then cut the bone out like that. So jerk chicken blade. And there you go. So instead of having two real skinny chops, you got one nice chop. So this first one that we did, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit more manageable so that when it cooks, it'll cook evenly with the rest. Boom. So now, this actually has a piece of bone in it. It's a little baby chop. Alright? Now you have 8 beautiful chops. We're going to get these cleaned up, dried, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to cook them. Next up, I'm going to prepare some garlic. So we got a head of garlic here. I'm just going to separate. Just give these cloves a little crush with the palm of your hand. Not too much, but you just want to bust them open so that we could get some of that flavor out. Take your frustration out on the clove of garlic. Yes. So our garlic is ready. Just put that right over here. I'm gonna be using this gas one portable camp stove. I told you this is all the way ghetto. Okay, we got fire. So we got our beautiful lamb chops, our garlic, some fresh thyme, a little bit of butter. We're gonna be cooking them in our cast iron, and all you need is some salt and pepper. We're gonna use the case for this camp stove as a wind block. It is kind of windy up here, and there's some storm clouds coming in from the east, so I might not have too much time. We got sun on this side, the west side, and storm on the east side. So let's get back to it. Get our cast iron right up there, and we just let that go until it gets warm. I went and got me some olive oil. That's extra virgin olive oil, a spoon for basting, and my meat thermometer. I want these to be about 135 degrees. It says for medium rare 130, but about 135 degrees. So let this cast iron, this is a big cast iron, I got this flame on all the way hot, so we want to let this get really hot. We want to hear that sizzle when we first put them in. And those lamb chops, they have a bit of fat on them, so that's going to render down with a little bit of olive oil I'm going to use, and then the butter. It's going to be great. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little smoke coming off of this pan, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to season my chops with a little bit of sea salt. Fresh black pepper. We're gonna do both sides. We'll do the other side when we get them in the pan. Let's get this baby on. Tiny bit of olive oil. Wrong side. Gotta put them season side down, folks. And we're gonna see how those first four come out. You don't want to move them. Once you put them in, you don't want to move them. So I messed up on those four. They're still gonna come out good. But these three, wow. Just toss your garlic in, paper and everything. Okay? And your thyme. And let's time these. Smelling delicious already. Let's check this one, it's kind of seared. Okay. That's a nice little sear on that one. The center of the pan is going to be hotter, so I'll put them like that. That's a nice seal on that. Okay, so these have been going for a few minutes. You want the 3 or 4 minutes per side. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil in there. See, I'm doing this because on the cooking shows they make it seem mad simple, which it is simple, but it may not be as glamorous as they do it. They have like 4 or 5 different racks of ribs, so maybe they think it's a lot. This is only my 3rd or 4th time doing this, so I'm not in these windy conditions. But you see the nice color that garlic is taking on? Now I'm gonna go in with my butter, my partially melted butter. It's warm out here. Put all that garlic in there. So we got the lamb chops off. Those are resting. Right here we're about to make a red wine reduction sauce. So I got this QU Cabernet. Got some onion, some tomato, bay leaf, some of that garlic we roasted earlier, and some organic chicken broth. Using the olive oil, the thyme branches, and the butter that we had in here earlier, we're gonna bring that back up to heat. And then we're gonna saute off these onions. Hey, I know I had to 40 a little bit out the bottle, right? Gonna let that reduce down by at least half. Then we'll add in some of our chicken broth. Just let it go a little longer. Remember, we're gonna strain all of this, so it won't be this chunky. We're just extracting the flavor from the onion and the tomato, garlic, and the bay leaf. Got some black pepper. I did salt this. This chicken broth is not low sodium. Yeah, 31% sodium. So this is a full sodium version. It's organic sodium. I eyeball the measurements, but going with some, just a little bit of chicken broth. Also use stock, so you can use broth if you don't have stock. So we got our reduction sauce. Now we need to strain it. Let's cut into one of these chops. That's a perfect medium right there. Let's taste it. Mmm! Delicious. It's got a little piece of fat. Oh, juicy. Goodness. Mmm. Alright, time to plate up. And here it is. We have a messy stove, but our dish is almost ready to serve. All we have to do is take our red wine reduction that we made here. Just like that. Hope she likes it. So we have our lamb chops. We got 3 lamb chops on a mountain of garlic mashed potatoes. We have some fresh cut green beans, and we have some roasted garlic. This is to die for, and a couple of sprigs of thyme, just for a little garnish. Let's go serve it and see if she likes it. Hey, this has been Big Bris. If you like what you saw, hit the video with a thumbs up. If you didn't like what you saw, still hit the video with the thumbs up and subscribe. Hey, let me know what you thought about it in the comments and how you do yours. I'm telling you, I tasted it and it's delicious. This is Big Bris saying everybody stay well, and I'll catch you on the next one. If there is a next one.